Want to make $15 an hour? Of course you do. But what does a wage increase really mean for El Paso? I'm lawyer Alexandria Serra. This is Lawyer Talk Thursday, and you're about to find out. In January, we started hearing about increasing the federal minimum wage from $7.25 to $15 an hour. We haven't had a federal minimum wage increase since 2009. Crazy, right? Well, the Raise the Wage Act of 2021 failed, but some people in Congress are still fighting for a minimum wage increase. Some state and local governments have increased their minimum wage, like Seattle. Their minimum wage is $16.69 an hour. Now, keep in mind that it costs double what it costs to live here to live in Seattle. What are people saying are the advantages to increasing the minimum wage? 1, people will be able to afford their bills. 2, employees will be happier in the workplace and less likely to leave. 3, there's no secret that minorities and women are underpaid in our workforce. An increase in minimum wage will benefit these folks the most, as they are by far the most people that work minimum wage jobs. What do people say are the disadvantages? 1, small businesses would struggle to survive. This would increase jobs going overseas or companies turning to technology instead of people. 2, it would increase childcare costs by an estimated 21%. Women might be forced to give up job opportunities because it would be too costly to put their kiddos in daycare. 3, a uniform minimum wage is unfair because the cost of living varies so widely between states, cities, and communities. Some of you may be wondering, well, what's the difference between a minimum wage and a living wage? The minimum wage is the lowest wage an employer can pay an employee under federal law. If the government sets the minimum, you have to pay that or you'll get in trouble. A living wage, on the other hand, is the dollar amount that factors in location-specific costs of living. They refer to costs of rent, food, transportation, childcare, and other necessities. It takes into account household sizes, like a single person versus a family with kids. Companies don't have to pay the living wage unless it's mandated by state or local governments. Most lawmakers in support of a minimum wage increase don't want it to happen all at once. It would happen in steps. But now that you know the basics, do you support the $15 minimum wage? Tell me in the comments.